Om Gam Ganapataye Namaha. 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 Om Gam Ganapataye Namaha.
Greetings, everyone, and welcome to Monday, August 17th, 2020, day 17 of 21 days of chanting to honor Lord Ganesha's birthday. Welcome to everyone who is joining for the first time, and those of you who have been joining since we started August 1st. So my name is Sucharita, and wishing you all a fabulous adventure in consciousness. With Dr. Pillai's grace and blessings, we're going to dive deeper into building the consciousness of Ganesha. So who is Ganesha? He's this beautiful elephant-headed being. He has a pot belly and he rides a mouse. And he belongs to the realm of the divine. He is the first and foremost preeminent divine being who we call on to open up the Kundalini energy inside of us so it aligns with the divine realms. And then we can get a super fabulous divine Wi-Fi connection. We can send out an SOS and get immediate attention from the divine. So that's what Ganesha does. That's why he is known as the god of removing obstacles, giving us that experience of success, give us miracle consciousness, and help to bring all the angels, all the gods, all the divine beings to our consciousness. And then we can be aware of them inside of us and also in different realms. And then they just show up and help us to navigate tricky situations, find a way out, shortcuts, move through challenging areas of our life that we have been struggling with, not only for days, but years and years and decades, maybe even since previous lifetimes, we've carried it over. And then we call on Ganesha to help us to find a way out, find a solution that won't take too long. So he's known as the god of time as well, because he doesn't want to waste any time. And speaking of which, let's get right into it. So we're going to listen to a video message from Dr. Pillai, or watch a video message from Dr. Pillai. And it'll be a few minutes, and he will give us something to munch on before we get into our meditative state and our chanting practice. We're going to chant 1008 Om Gums. And those are the sounds that Dr. Pillai has shared with us that will unlock the secrets of Ganesha as it is right now today. So when we chant in a group, well, you just multiply 1008 chants times the number of people who are attending or who are going to be listening to the recording later on or watching the recording later on. So it's exponential energy that we can tap into, erase or diffuse or blow up stuff that we just don't want to have to deal with anymore. And that's what the divine wants us to do. Call on the divine, get that consciousness inside of us, and release anything that is no longer serving our highest and best. And not only our own individual highest and best, but everybody in our lives. That's part of our karma too. So as we're evolving, as we're releasing whatever is that we consider to be bad karma, so bad relationships, bad finances, bad job karma, whatever it is, when we ask Ganesha to remove all that bondage to that bad case scenario, then it spills over. Ganesha's energy spills over into the people around us. So you want to see change? We got to be the change. And you want to experience it, not just chant and hope everything works out. You want to experience Ganesha in every chanting session. So dedicate your practice today to some area of your life, or maybe many areas of your life, where you just cannot take it anymore. You need the divine to intervene. You need him to bring in all the angels, all the gods, all the siddhas, saints, sages, teachers, masters, whoever's on the other side, to bring the intelligence into our mind and then light up our consciousness so we can find a way out. So let's get started with Dr. Pillai's message. We'll come back, do a little bit of a preparatory meditation, get some light into us, enlighten the load of the karma, and then also lighten up Have a smile on your face as you're chanting the mantra. All right, we'll explain it more as we go along, so don't worry if you're new. Hey, so are we. This is an eternal moment, brand spanking new, fresh new start. That's what we should do. We should not go into every meditation with the same mindset. We want to just dump everything, diffuse it away, and put more intelligence from the divine into us. So let's get in there. I'm going to share a screen and you're going to see Dr. Ply and hear him, and we'll come back in a few minutes.
Why is Ganesha is now coming back more so in recent times than, say, 2 or 3 decades before? 3 or 4 decades before, Ganesha, when I was living in India, particularly in Tamil Nadu, where I was born and raised, Ganesha Chaturthi, the birthday of Ganesha, was celebrated in a very, very small scale. But today, it has picked up. I happened to be there during Ganesha Chaturthi in India. It has become like a big celebration all over India with humongous statues of Ganesha on this day. And as a phenomenologist of religion, I know why this is happening so, because Ganesha's time. Periodically, a certain deity comes to prominence, and that is also the deity's decision to be more available to the people, and this is Ganesha's time. So this is on the level of what Ganesha wants to do for the world, particularly to India. On a personal level, why am I so much interested in it? But for Ganesha, I would not have even dared to do this one, because all day long today I was out of time. And then today, and then after I had made this announcement, I'm not going to do any work. And then Ganesha says, you have to do this. Particularly because it's not a coincidence, I think, that I happened to watch one of the TED Talks by this gentleman, Devdutt Patnaik, and who has been using mythology to interpret business management. And as a matter of fact, I have a student of mine at from Harvard Business School, very successful person in San Francisco. And then it is in her house that I happened to see one of Devdutt Patnaik's book, The Business Sutra. And it was an interesting thing, but I did not go into the book. I just skipped through. But later on, when I was staying in Swamimalai, in a resort of one of my students, Steve Bogia, who happens to be the hotelier and owns that resort too. And he gave me a book of Devdutt Patnaik, and I happened to read on Ganesha. And also, accidentally today, just before I made my announcement to the management, I watched Devdutt Patnaik talking to a TED Talk. He was talking about the mythology of Ganesha and management. And he was referring to the story of Ganesha, the competition between Ganesha and his younger brother, Subramanya, or Muruga, as he's called in Tamil. It's a very interesting way to introduce gods and goddesses to contemporary Indian audience and Western audience as well, in a non-threatening way, and also in a way to mainlionize these mythological ideas. Mainlinization is a very important concept, because it will contemporize traditional understanding and wisdom. So I have to go back to why I got interested in Ganesha now, and on a personal basis. That's where I started. It's because I'm now running the Ketu's bhakti in the Venus Dasha. And whenever you are in Ketu's, under Ketu's influence, then you always have a connection with Ganesha. So suddenly objects came to my in my life, like this mala I have, which is cat's eye, which is a stone sacred for Ketu, and it just came to me, and it was lying there in the office, in my office, and I just picked it up. Then statues of Ganesha started to appear, and actually, this particular statue that was basic of Ganesha is a crystal one that's inspired me to do this video. And I think this particular presentation of mine, because of Ganesha's blessing, is helping me not to be frustrated over the fact that I am being involved in time, and he's keeping up until now, ever since I started talking to started talking. I've been feeling no time at all, which is pretty good.
So we're back. Dr. Ply has been calling on Ganesha for many, many, many years. He even said since his birth. And we need Ganesha's grace and blessings, and it's his time. So every time the human consciousness is in decline, then the divine says, all right, we're going to send somebody. We're going to send, for example, Jesus or the Buddha or Muhammad or whoever it is. And so Ganesha's time is right now. He's the god of the golden age. He's going to usher in the golden age, and it makes sense because his energy is at the root chakra in our energy system inside of us. So all these divine beings live inside of us. It's a consciousness, and they have different shapes and forms, and they have different energies or qualities or characteristics. And so Ganesha is the one who will open up the floodgates for the Kundalini energy to rise up and activate the chakras, which are psycho-spiritual centers or energy centers. So psycho, your psychology, how you think, how you feel, how you navigate all your situations in life. And then spiritually, who are you in all of it? We're all connected to all these archetypes. So the psycho-spiritual centers give us a clue about which side of life we are focusing on. Are we just focusing on all the problems, or are we dancing over to the divine side of things? So we're going to experience Ganesha shooting up all from the base of the spine up into the brain, and then even beyond that, going into the space. And imagine sending out an SOS, a signal. Help, we need help right now. We need divine intervention right now. Especially now, look what is going on in the world with COVID and lockdown, and everybody feels so trapped, so stuck. We're confused. We don't know which way to go. So, and lack of resources, lack of being able to get together with our friends, our family members, our colleagues who we can interact with and feel like we're part of the human race versus a virtual classroom or a virtual office or meeting rooms. So it's this separation from the God consciousness inside of each and every one of us that causes us to feel like we're a bit lost. So Ganesha has been working with us here for 17, this is our 17th day together. And we're planting the seeds of Om and Gum. So Om is omniscience, omnipotence, and omnipresence. What is it? It's God. And making us to focus on that. And where? In the various body parts that you're going to experience Ganesha coming in. Gum, G-U-M, is the sound for Ganesha, the seed sound, or bija in Sanskrit. And that's like if we wanted to plant an apple tree, we would start with an apple seed. So the seed sound is gum. And we want to plant Ganesha's consciousness inside of us because we want to experience the golden energy. So you might feel like everything is turning to gold inside of you in your mind's eye. Or you may experience everything golden afterwards when you come out of this process. So whatever is going to happen to you, just trust that Ganesha is doing it. His consciousness is taking over. So some people have passed out and they've been upset. Oh my God, I have missed everything. But then when they were coming back out of it or back to the meeting here, they were like, oh, wow, I passed out, but I feel awesome. Oh, wow, I just remembered or recalled that I went on the dream plane or I went deep, deep into Ganesha's world. And some people say they felt all this energy inside of them, or they felt like they were releasing, had a cathartic release. So these last few days together, we may be experiencing this culmination of the energy, and it can be a bit disturbing in that you may not know what's going on. So that's why we're giving you a heads up now. So don't worry about it too much. It's just that Ganesha wants for all of us to look at how we are contributing to our messed up situations. This is the truth. And the truth sometimes hurts, if not always. And then when we face the truth and we have Ganesha and we say, look at this, I take full responsibility for my part in messing up whatever aspect of your life that is messed up, if not all of them. And Ganesha will just say, okay, your intention is set for you to do this meditation, this chanting practice. You may feel heat, you may feel like you're crying or upset. You may feel really angry or frustrated. You may feel really tired or lethargic, or you may feel like, oh God, just get this over with. So it can be a combination of all of that as well. Whatever is going to happen, just dump it in the space. And then Ganesha will clean it up. And then at the same time, he will enliven your soul so that you are experiencing his consciousness, because whenever we dump something, we create a void, and that void has to be filled. And if we are chanting Om Gum, that's what's going to be filling it, and that's the consciousness. So he's got to sneak in when we're having our major meltdowns, or we could just be like, woo, this is a party on, dude, time. So just go with it. So you can be sit comfortably, or you can be lying down. Some people have fallen off their chair. So please, if you feel like, I'm not really stable today, I feel tired, or I feel frustrated, or whatever it is you feel, then get in a safe place. Maybe start on the floor, on a mat or something, and then prop yourself up with pillows if you feel like you're going to fall over. We don't want any injuries. So we're going to be chanting at a pretty quick pace. So it's going to be Om Gum, Om Gum, Om Gum, Om Gum, Om Gum, Om Gum, Om Gum. So if you can't keep up with that pace, then just grab on to the sound gum every now and then. You don't have to chant out loud. You can chant internally, silently, quietly to yourself. You don't have to chant at all. You can just be meditating on the vibration. And so whatever you decide to do, or whatever Ganesha wants you to do, just be natural. Do a combination of all of it. It's all good. No hard or fast rules. So thanks for joining, everyone. Let's get into a state of receptivity. And please put a smile on your face. Turn that frown upside down, meaning smile. When you smile, something happens in your brain. And Ganesha will go, oh, good. We've got these people coming to the party and it hasn't even started yet. So smile, and then life will smile back at you. All right. Closing your eyes, putting your attention internally. Imagine a reddish orangish light pouring down your legs, into your feet and toes. This is the light frequency or the light waves where Ganesha's consciousness rides. So imagine these particles coming in, or liquid light pouring down the legs, coming back up from the soles of the feet, swirling around, getting activated, cooking up the Kundalini energy so that it can explode, going up the spine and the subtle body. Om Gam Ganapataye Namaha Nirvignam Kuru Om Gam Ganapataye Namaha Nirvignam Kuru Om Gam Ganapataye Namaha Nirvignam Kuru Now, imagine Dr. Pillai appearing before you in a form you're familiar with, or a vast light that embraces you, moves through you, enlivens your chakras, enlivens your sushumna, which is a thin tube of light that arises from the base of the spine, shoots up the backbone, piercing all the chakras, going into the space. Receive 2 beams of light in your eyes. Burn the karma in your eyes. 2 beams of light enter your ears, pierce your eardrums, light up the inside of your head, even your face heats up with the light. 2 beams of light shoot up your nostrils. You're smiling. A light enters your mouth, pierces your tongue, lights up the back of your throat. A beam of light enters your forehead, pierces the spot between your 2 eyebrows, enters the middle of your brain, lights up the 3rd eye. And finally, a beam of light descends from above, pierces the top of your skull, drills the light through the skull into the brain that lights up. Continuously, these beams of light are feeding your eyes, your ears, your nostrils, your mouth, your brain, your 3rd eye. The whole head is lit up, and then it pours in to the rest of the body. From head to toe, you're filled with light. Allow it to start to vibrate with Dr. Pillai's grace and blessings. Om Dram Dattatreya Shiva Baba Namaha Om Dram Dattatreya Shiva Baba Namaha. Om Dram Dattatreya Shiva Baba Namaha. Put your attention on your throat. Feel your throat. Go deep inside your throat. Allow a laser beam of blue light to pierce your Adam's apple and fill your throat up with this blue light that will diffuse stubborn karma and negativity of all kinds. And we'll begin our practice. Focus your attention on the throat. Dump your karma. Om Gam 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 Om Gam. Feel the karma being released from the throat, exploding the light in all directions. Shift from this third dimensional state of being here on the earth plane to unlimited dimensions in different realms and receive the blessings. Pour your attention now into your shoulders, your arms, your hands, the palms of your hands, the fingers. Feel the karma, the weight of the world on your shoulders falling off with the sounds and the light. Om Gam 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 om gam. Now the light pours down the core of your body, penetrates into all the internal organs, release toxic substances, emotional toxins, memories of pain and suffering that you've stored in the core of your being. Dump it with the light and the sounds. Om gam 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 om gam. The light explodes beyond the body in all directions, shift dimensions. Pour your tensional energy down your legs, all the way down into your feet, out the soles of your feet, into the ground. Om gam 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 om gam. The light explodes beyond the legs in all directions. Shift dimensions. Now bring your attention up into the third eye, the spot between your two eyebrows. Pierce it with a light. Go into the middle of your brain with Ganesha's blessings. Activate the middle of your brain. Be embraced by the light of Dr. Pillai. from head to toe, enlivening the whole process. Om gam 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 om gam. Feel the pressure, the tingling, the throbbing of the third eye inside your brain. The light explodes inside the brain, lights up the front of the brain, the sides of the brain, the back of the brain, the top of the brain. The whole brain is pulsing with the light and the sound waves. Om gam 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 om gam. The light explodes beyond the brain in all directions. Shift dimensions. Now, put your attention into your eyeballs. Keep them steady and still. Fill them with light that burns the caramel. Feel the heat. See the light. Empower your eyes with the sounds of Ganesha. Om gam 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 Om gum 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 om gum. The light explodes beyond the eyes in all directions. Shift dimensions. Put your attention on your ears. Send 2 beams of light into your ears, piercing the eardrums, entering the inside of the head, lighting it up. Om gum 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 om gum. The light explodes beyond the ears, popping the eardrums, going out into the space in all directions, shift dimensions. Now, send 2 beams of light up your nostrils. Where they meet on your forehead, you'll feel an activation or reactivation of the third eye. Focus on your nostrils, the light, the third eye. Om gum 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 om gum. The light explodes beyond the nostrils, beyond the third eye, in all directions. Shift dimensions. And now imagine a light beam piercing the mouth, the tongue lights up, as well as the back of the throat. So feel the light entering the mouth, piercing the tongue, lighting it up, and even into the back of the throat. Om gum, 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 om gum. Om gum, 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 om gum. Om gum, 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 om gum. Om gum, 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 om gum. Om gum, 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 om gum. Om gum, 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 om gum. Om gum, 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 om gum. Om gum. Om gum. The light explodes beyond the mouth in all directions. Shift dimensions. Once again, embrace the light from Dr. Pillai, surrounding you, moving through you, rooting out anything that isn't serving you anymore, enlivening your soul, awakening Ganesha to live and breathe inside of you. Success, miracle consciousness, well-being, joy. Dance with the consciousness of Ganesha from head to toe. Om gum, 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 om gum. Om gum, 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 om gum. Om gum, 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 om gum. Om gum, 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 om gum. Om gum, 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 om gum. Om gum. Om gum. The light explodes beyond the body in all directions. Shift dimensions. Om Om. Shanti, Shanti, Shanti. Peace, peace, peace. And just let go of the process. When you're ready, you can slowly, slowly come back. As you're coming back, you make a prayer to Dr. Pillai for re-engaging Ganesha consciousness inside of you, inside of the space. Thank everyone for joining, contributing. Make a prayer of gratitude to Ganesha for revealing to you what he's doing for you behind the scenes and also in the life. Pray for whatever it is that you want to manifest. And then pray for those who need it the most. Food, clothing, shelter, medicine, peace, prosperity, the highest education, the highest divine education for the whole earth plane. Love. God bless. So thanks for joining those of you who need to go. That was fun. We'll see you tomorrow for day 18. Not too many more days to go. Those of you who are going to stay, thanks for joining too. And we're going to continue on this fabulous and fun-filled adventure with one another as we share about. Dr. Pillai has said, okay, listen, you guys, I know this is challenging times for people to be able to do their spiritual practices and participate in the paid services. So he has said, listen, I want to put some package together, and it's called Enlist Angels Combination Package. And perhaps Radha or Bhairavi can post that link on to the chat here. So where Dr. Pillai is promoting Ganesha, Golden Ganesha, Heramba, and the Ganesha Anjaneya. Anjaneya is Hanuman Ganesha. These are just so, whoa, where did these come from? So they're very powerful Ganeshas to come and do the impossible. We must have miracle consciousness every day, every moment, not just on a hit and miss. You know, sometimes it happens, sometimes it doesn't, and that's all, you know, I wish it would happen all the time. These are the Ganeshas that are going to do it. So there's an Enlist Angels combination package, which has a bunch of fire labs and remedies, and that's what we need, because chanting a mantra just gets us into communication with Ganesha. Of course, he's going to be doing things for us, but to really amp it up and diffuse the negative karma that's following us, like, bad smell. We just don't want it anymore. And there's no way out, it seems. Every effort that we're making, even the chanting, is only going to keep us peaceful and calm as we're going through the hardship. Who wants even that? We don't want hardship at all. So this asking Ganesha to bring the angels to us and then participating in those services, it will do it, because it's all done at the level of the soul. It doesn't need us to be there physically. So it's all going on in the spiritual realm, which our soul is connected to. And then when we plug in to that power source, then we don't have to really think too much, analyze things, strategize, find a way out. We don't have time for that brainstorming. It's like a hurricane in there. So we don't want to have any storms going on anymore. And so these Ganeshas are going to be bringing in. So there's they enlist the Ganeshas combination package. Check it out. Promote Ganesha, the golden Ganesha Haramba, and the Ganesha Anjaneya Hanuman. So those two packages, Dr. Ply said, that's a good price point for people. We've got because of the initiations, people weren't able to afford it. And of course, you need to put the roof over your head and pay for the bills and so on. But this is something that is going to really shift your life. If it resonates with you and if you can do it, don't break the bank. But Dr. Ply said, tell them it's there. So that's what we're here to do, is tell you it's there. There is a TCCHE conference, and that is an acronym for, or short form for, the consciousness. Let me just see here. Okay, there it is. Oh. Okay. The conference for consciousness and human evolution. So this is a bunch of worldwide speakers who have dedicated their whole life to research, brain research. A lot of them are doctors. A lot of them are have been diving into health and well-being in a way that isn't, giving an exam, popping a pill. They are doing some, medical intervention as science and technology is today. Sometimes it's needed, but there is a root cause, and that's consciousness. So many speakers are going to be there. It's a world stage of the highest evolved speakers, and Dr. Ply is one of them. So that is another opportunity for people to, since we cannot go and see him live in person, you can join this online event, and you will feel his energy, his intelligence, his consciousness waking up inside of you, and you'll feel as if you're right with him. So that is really fabulous to go and participate. And there's other speakers that you can watch as well. So check that out and see if it resonates with you. And we just want to make sure that, because there are so many new people and people who have been studying with Dr. Ply, and they kind of miss him, being in a public forum and speaking about, he's going to speak about the light body and how to evolve it. So those people who were sharing about the light body the other day, maybe you had a preview or a premonition, you knew he was going to be speaking. So I just found out about this, and I'm happy to share that with you as well. So hopefully that link is being shared at this moment in time. And then the final announcement is the statues. Oh, yes. There's the, I'm just going to click on that right now. So there are statues that are being activated, the Haramba Ganapati, the golden Ganesha, for wealth, health, happiness, everything that's prosperity, consciousness. He's the golden age Ganesha. And so he's going to give us those kinds of thoughts. And we're going to want to change our lives, and the planets that are aligned right now is for success. So we can have all the cosmos saying, cheering us on, but if we don't take the steps and get initiated into these divine beings, we'll just be kind of like spectators. We're still part of it, but we're not really, exploding with the potential of what that consciousness can do in our lives. And I'm experiencing it now. Oh my God. So many things are happening with me, and I'll share it with you in the coming weeks, and as these projects and shifts in life and all these wonderful things that are happening to me. And I'm just like, why is it happening now? Like, this is amazing, but what, what gives? So Dr. Pillai had opened up the vortex last night during a fire lab. So please check that out as well. It's adorable. Dr. Pillai starts out with a little bit of a talk before the fire lab. It's on YouTube, Pillai Center YouTube. And he was holding this beautiful plush stuffed Ganesha. Oh my goodness. It was an elephant, and he was just, it was so amazing. And it wasn't like, oh, that's so cute. It was like, whoa, Ganesha really is in the earth plane, and we can see him everywhere. We can feel him. We can know him. We can experience the energy, the joy, the happiness, the success, the expansiveness of compassion at its highest for all suffering that we've gone through, that we will go through on an individual level as well as a global level. But there was so much joy, so much empowerment coming through. And Dr. Pillai talked about the alignment of Mars in Aries, it's in its own sign, and then the sun is in Leo in its own sign, in its own house. And then Jupiter is in Sagittarius in its own sign, in its own house. And then Saturn in Capricorn. These are power planets. And they will bring in the energy to get rid of debt, to get rid of enemies, diseases, litigation, anything that is causing you to have a battle every day. And then open the third eye. That's what Mars and Murga do. They open it up and say, we need to be spiritual warriors and burn this karma down. Burn, baby, burn. And then we have Jupiter, who is the teacher of wisdom. So wisdom will come in versus intelligence that's trying to find a way out, navigate. There's going to be wisdom and a lot of optimism and luck and grace and fortune. Like things are going to happen out of nowhere, like they are for me. I'm like, whoa, what? How is this happening? And then Saturn is going to give us the blessings to make career shifts or job changes, get promoted, have breakthroughs in the projects that you have been struggling with. No more delays. So they're all being empowered and empowering us. And then Sun in Leo for this 30 days, as it transits every sign for 30 days, it is going to be making us to feel that royalty consciousness. Even if we weren't born as kings or queens or princes or princesses, we are going to feel that highest consciousness, that highest self-esteem, which is our God consciousness, and then be able to rule in our lives and have that confidence and that ability to handle everything in your life and get all the support you need, because kings and queens don't just do it on their own. Lots of people will come out of the woodwork for you to get their blessings, get their support, get their grace. So this is when we know this is happening, then we can ask Ganesha, okay, go into those various areas of my life and make those planets to come alive inside of me. So that's what he does. He brings all those beings, those conscious beings, into our consciousness, and that becomes a part of us. So we can't tell the difference. We're just like, okay, here I go. So check that Fire Lab out, that recording. It was really, really empowering and so sweet. And it makes you to feel so full of joy and happiness. And this is the time. So if you've been struggling with life, don't give up, keep going. And you are going to be rewarded. As my mother used to say, you'll be rewarded in heaven. And I'd be going, I don't want to wait to go to heaven. And she said, well, if you follow the teachings of Christ, heaven is the kingdom within. And I was like, oh. But Dr. Ply, fast forward all those years, Dr. Ply has been hammering it home that it's not too far. Heaven is inside of us. And this is the way to unlock the secrets of heaven and the secrets of life. So this isn't just something to munch on and be, oh, kind of interesting. This is for real. And this is what's going to prepare you for the golden age. Whether you believe it or not, that's totally up to you, but just try it out. We are our own science experiment. No one can tell us what to do, when to do, how to do. We can just show the way, and then you've got to do it for yourself and experience it for yourself. So that's what I wanted to share as far as heads up. And let's see what's on the chat, what people have been sharing. Sue is saying here, Dr. Ply and that elephant was so fun and adorable. It was such a heartwarming moment. Yeah, it was. And it felt like my whole body was heating up after that. Adriana saying, felt a lot of energy radiating from Dr. Ply while he was holding the plush element. The flames danced. So that's great. Let's see. My right hand, Adriana saying again, my right hand was throbbing, then pulsing. I had an itch on the right ball of my foot below the big toe towards the end of the chant. Cool. Oh, the link is there. Radha's posted for the Vishnupati Homa from yesterday where he holds the plush elephant. Great. Adriana is saying again here, I saw beautiful vibrant colors, a golden temple. Whoa, I meditated with a coconut that I used to transfer all karma and energies no longer serving me. Tomorrow I will break it. Break it now, Adrienne. Get rid of it. Go outside and smash that puppy. And you will feel when we take that coconut, where is one? There it is. When we take that coconut and we put all that is no longer serving us, all that negativity, all that stuff, especially today, I believe it is a 14th moon, which is a really powerful time to connect with Ganesha. And if you have a coconut, go and do that. So you offer it to Ganesha and you say, okay, this is you. I'm going to dump all my karma into you and I'm going to just smash it. And when you do that, whoa, you release it. So no need to hang on to it for any longer. Just get it done and smash it, get rid of it. So waiting is a waste of time, as Dr. Ply shares. And Lulu is saying, thanks so much, Suchitra. There's been powerful meditation and teaching. We are blessed to be a part of this. Yeah, and it is a blessing. It's a blessing for all of us to just stop whatever it is that we're doing or take a break from whatever it is that we're doing. The struggle of life, or just the lethargy, you're just like, oh, I don't want to do it. I don't want to go. I don't want to live. I don't want to chant. That teenager consciousness inside of us is just, yeah. And then you do it and you go, whoa, I'm glad that I showed up. So thanks everyone for coming, however you got here. So Radha's posted here, Ply Center Practice Conference for Consciousness and Human Evolution will be happening online. Dr. Ply will be presenting, and then there is the link she has posted as well. Hey, Froz, you're here. What the heck are you doing here? Om Gam. Glory to Dr. Ply for initiating us on Ganesha. I'm just saying that because I know you're in the Ganesha course, the initiation course. So maybe you caught the tail end of this. Thanks for being here. The initiations are so super powerful. So keep chanting Gam, Om Gam, even if you feel like, oh, I missed out. Ganesha might just find some way that you will get the money and to get into the initiations. And like me, I have to wait to rewatch the recording or watch the recording of the each initiation because it's at the same time slot. So you're already initiated once you enroll, and then as you do the practice or dive into the meditation, listen to Dr. Ply's message about that particular Ganesha that he's initiating you into, or initiating all of us into. You will grow that. You'll keep doing it, as you go along. But during these 8 days, as they're rolling out, some people have been concerned. Oh my God, I missed it. You didn't. So just go into Ply Center Academy and you can join live. Lakshmi Gina is hosting those calls where she'll be showing the webcast of Dr. Ply, giving the initiation, and then afterwards answering some questions. And then on the Sunday, the 23rd, I believe, which is this Sunday, is the start of the coaching sessions, which I will be doing or hosting those coaching sessions. So we're going to really dive in and unpack them all. So you're still welcome to join. And then you can buy them individually as well. Although if you buy them individually, it can add up. It's better to jump in the course. It's at a better price point. So they're pretty powerful. Whoa, they're pretty amazing. It's short. It's like maybe 27 minutes where Dr. Ply just gives a quick message and boom, you're in the initiation. And I don't even know where I go in those 10 or 15 minutes. It's pretty powerful. So talk about shifting dimensions. I'm gone. Adrian is saying, I'm grateful to Ganesha Haramba Ganesha, Dr. Ply Vyasa Draupadi for supporting me as I had to call the EMTs to transport my boyfriend to the hospital and rehab. Oh, wow. So sorry, Adrian. For giving me strength and courage, and to you, Sutrita, for leading us through. Oh, you're very welcome. I hope he is okay. And when things like this happen, when you're chanting, you know that Ganesha is supporting your loved one. So God bless him to come out of harms and hurdles and have a quick turnaround, smooth recovery, quick recovery with Ganesha's blessings. So keep praying, keep chanting, and he will protect. Nalini is saying, how should I imagine light piercing and exploding from my eyes, nostrils, and mouth? Well, light goes into your eyes. Imagine it exploding out from the front, the sides of the eyes, the back of the eyes, the top of the eyes, the bottom of the eyes. Your eye sockets are just like a burst of light in all directions. You don't even have eyeballs anymore. It's just light. Same thing with your ears. I felt my ears popping. And then my nostrils, when the lights come up, they meet at the spot between your two eyebrows. And then what is that? That's the third eye. Pop, it goes open. So that's how you can experience, or one way to experience it. I wouldn't think about it too much. I would just trust that it's happening, and you may have an experience that, whoa, that's what it means to imagine the light bursting and shifting, like getting me out of my body consciousness, out of my mind, out of the way of my karma that keeps saying, no, there's no way out, and blah, 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 all the thoughts. So we want to like blow it up, explode it, and then just allow that light to release and go into those realms where it's like a searchlight in God knows what realm. Please help, 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 whoever is out there, anyone out there. or all of you are out there, please help me. So the light will come, that intelligence, which is light, will come into you because of space has been created. You've burst it open. So there's a void inside of you energetically. And then to fill that void, then the divine comes in. It's happening all at once. So it's not like, oh, wonder where it's going. La, 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 la. You don't, it's like happening all at once. Hope that helps. No. Did you go bust your karma? Or go bust your coconut, Adrian? Please do it and let us know how you feel. Or not. You can do whatever you want. You must do this. Namika is saying here, I'm in the Ganesha 8-day program, but miss you guys over here. I'm listening to you both. Hey, whatever works for you. You can listen to either recording too, which is what people are doing. They're saying that they can't join these live calls because it's a different time zone, but they're listening after or when they can, and they feel that's very powerful and like as if it's happening live then when they're listening to it. Ivan is saying here, I feel a big difference only after 4 nights. I can only imagine what it will like to be after I catch up. Hey, Ivan. Yeah. Giremi. I felt very emotional when I was thinking to Dr. Ply when I was thanking to Dr. Ply on the final prayers. Thank you so much. That's what it is. When the divine gets into you, it starts to cry. We think we're crying. It's the divine. It's our soul crying. Thank you, thank you, thank you. You're finally waking up to your true self, your highest self, your God self. Now grow that and go after that. And you feel like, oh my God, I'm getting to be free from this cage called this physical person with a name, with a bunch of credentials or not, with a silly personality or not. It's just a covering of your true nature, which is God. So it's not something you think about or philosophize about. It's there. So one of the signs, the telltale signs is that you're just so overwhelmed with gratitude. The attitude of gratitude means that the divine has gotten into you and it's enlivening your soul and it's exploding. And you can have bursts of tears of joy or tears of pain being released, and it's mystical, magical. So good that you felt that gratitude towards Dr. Ply, because he's the one who said, hey, your soul is not as it's missed out on this intelligence. So come and get it. It's not going to be too difficult. Melanie is saying here, Sunday, is your Sunday coaching there for those who have taken individual living courses too? And the Living Ganesha course, that is, I think that is the course that I'll be hosting. So let me get back to you on that, Melanie. I've just been informed that I'm going to do that. Oh, great, Melanie, great. All right, so, here we are again, 20 after 11. Time flies when we're having fun. And thanks so much, everyone, for your patience, kindness, and compassion, because we have people who are brand new to Dr. Ply's teachings, and we don't want to just like skim over to getting into it. We want to make sure that we are honoring them. I never know who's new. I don't even know who's here. But I feel the presence of everyone, and with Dr. Ply pinging me on from the inside, it's like my mouth is not moving because I want it to. The message comes through that, hey, explain it this way. or you need to take a little bit more time, or you need to slow down, speed up. So I trust in that process. And thank you so much for everyone contributing to that support for the people who are brand new, or you're just, you're struggling and you need a safe place, you need a safe space to kind of unload all your stuff, so that you can feel uplifted. And it's, 6 of one, half dozen of the other, but it's always great to have your support and to feel that everyone is taken care of. And that's what Dr. Ply wants us to do. It's not all about one person, oh, I got to get in there, get my chanting done and get out. I mean, you can do that. That's fine. No one is going to say you should or should not do. But we want to, with Dr. Ply, he shares, the more people who come together and they support one another, then we're living that consciousness that we want to see in the world. We're living heaven on earth. It's not about me first or me only. So thank you so, so much. Ivan is saying here, this is so true. I've started to feel so grateful all of a sudden. I even started to write poetry. I don't usually do things like that. Again, Ivan, that's so awesome. And that's what happens. You'll start to sing songs or write poetry or write. You'll just be inspired. So inspiration means that the spirit is moving you. The spirit is making you to speak and put some sweet message. And Ganesha is the patron of arts and creativity and writing. He's the one who he broke his tusk off and wrote the Mahabharata. So that's the epic that Vyasa said, hey, you're the scribe, and he scribed the Vedas. So Ganesha is very, very, will inspire us to write or to get, projects going and get writing the proposal, or get writing those letters to yourself. That's, letters of forgiveness, or letters of, you, instead of sending it off to the person who you feel that you have been struggling with, that you will have that kind of inspiration to do that and get it done. Like, get rid of that story that keeps pulling you down. So Nalini is saying here, many thanks for another superb Ganesha consciousness session. I felt very peaceful. Collective chanting works wonders. It does. Adrienne saying, I broke the coconut. It took several whacks and now I feel lightheaded with a very slight headache. I feel great. I can't wait for tomorrow. Thank you, everyone. There you go, Adrienne. Thank you so much for sharing, because that inspires people. Don't wait to get rid of your karma. Just get your coconut. Or if you don't have a coconut, because some people live in places around the world, it's just not possible. Or it may be possible, but it's not so easy to get it. So you can take a lemon or a lime, and you can do the same thing. So you can just imagine this being offered to Ganesha, and it's going to get rid of the karma. So you can roll it around your body parts, your head, your eyes, your ears, and nostrils. That's where all those karmic holes in your head, and then all the pores of your body, that absorbs all the karma in the space around you, and then also whatever's coming up. You tend to see the same thing, hear the same thing, speak the same thing. I can't get rid of it. So clear out these sensory organs, the receptors of the karmas, and then you just take it and then you can cut it. You just cut it and you feel it. You don't have just imagine, you feel, I'm cutting this karma. So we love these physical tools because they will tell us what it's doing to us if we hang on to the karma. And so having the headache is just like, that's kind of like a kickback energy. That energy that has been hanging on to you for some time, it's not going to be willing to go quite so readily because it's been living with you for a long time. So it's going to be giving you a little bit of kickback, like you know, if you can, go smash another coconut, or maybe do that tomorrow. Take in lots of water, everyone, especially people who are new to chanting or meditating. The water will help to cleanse as well. Great. Ivan saying, wow, I didn't know he broke his tusk off. Yeah. You know, go into the stories. Astroved has, if you go on to articles, like go onto the Astroved site or the Ply Center site as well. And look, just to put Ganesha, Lord Ganesha mythology. And there's a bunch of stories about him. Really great articles. Should we always do the mango offering? Oh, I would. If you can get mangoes. Mangoes only are in season, you know, now for me here in Toronto, Canada, in the summer. So I like it. So you can offer banana, coconut, you can do whatever you want. Ganesha will take a raisin, a little bitty raisin. If it's given with love, and then you can give it chocolate. If you can't get a coconut or banana or mango or whatever, you give him a piece of chocolate. He likes it. Adrian is saying 2 big chunks and some smaller pieces with a lot of coconut water. Good. Did you clean it up? Adrian is saying it's a good headache. That's what it feels like. It's like expansion. And then the consciousness that has been blocked from coming in is coming in now, and it's working its way. It's doing a little dance with the human mind. So it's trying to, you know, align with your thinking, but enlighten it, lighten it up. Good. All right. So let's wrap it up, you guys. We'll see you tomorrow for the 18th day of 21. So awesome that you're here and that you're supporting everyone by chanting the mantras. You're supporting everyone in your life, whether they know it or not, whether you know it or not. This is what Ganesha does. He says, fill yourself up, and it's going to spill over into everyone else. I'll take care of that. Don't you worry about it. You just keep doing, stay steady, focus, stay the course. You can break it inside the house, but be careful, instant, because I've broken tiles in the house. That's why I say break it outside. Put it in a bag, in a double plastic bag, double it up, put the coconut in, and go smash it outside, and then it's all contained in the bag. And then throw it out. Yeah. Okay. All right, everyone. God bless you all. Thank you so much again. Thanks, Radha. Thanks, Bhairavi, or anyone from Ply Center Practice who has been supporting everyone here. And we will, of course, thank Dr. Ply for awakening consciousness, the Ganesha's consciousness, aligning us with his energy, his intelligence, so that we are experiencing that success from the inside out and busting obstacles and imagining the areas of our life. Ganesha's there ahead of time, fixing everything, so that all we need to do is walk into life and it's all good. All right, see you tomorrow. God bless.